I am back at Stillwater. If you've watched my latest video about my 2022 goals and how I achieved them, you'll notice that the front lake of Stillwater is my absolute bogey water. I cannot seem to catch a fish. So I'm going to focus more on the front water this year than I did on the back. I think it's because we cracked the back a little bit early on in the year, so we decided to just carry on fishing it, whereas I fished a few times on the front lake and it got the better of me. So just walking around now with a bucket, just got changed at the car. So yeah, let's see what it brings really. Get my eye on the water, see if there's any signs, and then decide where we're going to fish for the night. Let's go. I think we're going to go in peg 7. So this in the summer has got lilies all around this side, and there's like one corridor that goes out to roughly the point, and all down here is lilies in the winter as well. From there, so from there you can fish just past the spikes just there, or inside there. Obviously now the lilies have gone, but I've just been stood here and a fish showed just in the middle there. A fish just showed. These lakes they don't really show fish, so that's shown in the open, so really good. And the obvious swims that I would have liked to have gone in are occupied, so the ones that are opposite where the main bed of lilies would normally be, they always seem to produce, and yeah, someone's in them. It's a double swim, so it's quite a sociable swim, so I don't blame them if they got here early for the weekend. But yeah, so that's the swim. Got the bucket in, let's go and get the kit. That's the rods all now set up. I've got one, more or less, I'd say straight out, but it's fishing open water at 13 wraps. So it would have been just off the lilies when the lilies were there. I didn't really want to try and present a rig in the dead lily bed or the dying lily bed, because it's fairly snaggy. Maybe I could have if it was a solid bag maybe, or if I was fishing a chod rig. But yeah, so that's out there on a runny rig with a mulberry milks pop-up on from DNA. So yeah, the start of this year I've changed bait companies to DNA. Just fancy the change, you know, because I went with CC more last year. This year I'm going to go with DNA and use the bug throughout, as it's an all year round bait. So yeah, hopefully we can get some decent fish in the year when I do get out fishing. This year's going to be a little bit slower, but we'll speak about that at another time. However, yep, one out there, 13 wraps, and one in the margin, underhand chuck, I don't even know. With that's fishing a solid bag. Might come to kick me in the dick, that one, as this place is full of bream. However, slightly colder. I thought solid bag. We'll try with some larger pellets in there. Hopefully, keep the bream off and try and land the carp. Yeah. If anything changes, I'll let you know. Oh yeah, very first cup of tea on the bank this year. However, forgot my mug, so strong brew, strong man. It's not that strong. Going down with a milk chocolate oatie. Come on. The sun's gone down. I'm cooking burgers, of course, and I've not got no sauce, I've got no cheese, I don't have a plate. So I'm just having plain burgers, which is very disappointing. Yeah, I kind of packed in a I'd say in a rush, but I just hadn't thoroughly packed. I hadn't gone through all my food because I only bought my food today after I finished work. Normally I buy it when as I'm packing my kit, so I get all the other stuff involved as well. But yeah, gutted. Nothing to report really. It's about 6 o'clock and yeah, no bleeps, nothing. I haven't touched the rods, I haven't done anything. So I think I'm just going to leave them. I know this place, you know, predominantly does its bites in the night, whether that's bream or whatever. Yeah, so it normally does them in the night. So there has been a couple more little shows in the margin spot to the left. I'm quite hopeful of that spot. I'm fishing it on a slack line, but pretty much locked up. So the direct line lay shouldn't be a problem. That's what I'm going with anyway. So yeah, if nothing else changes, and if I don't catch one, I'll probably see you guys in the morning. Might be a very boring video this, but only time will tell. Well, this is not exactly what we wanted at 2 o'clock in the morning. Big old Barry the bream. But what it does say, what it does mean is that the spot has produced a bite and something's feeding on the freebies. So yeah, a good sign. Let's see if we can get the carp from that spot by just persevering. Good morning. As you've seen, just the one bit of activity through the night. The bream, I really did think the bream would carry on, but yeah, luckily enough they didn't, but also unfortunately neither the carp didn't come along either. It's about 8 o'clock now. Just gonna have a morning brew, morning cup of tea, and get some porridge, and then just wait out. I'm gonna put the little bit of bait that I've got left out there, just so I don't have to take it home with me really. And yeah, that's about it. So fingers crossed, we've got about 4 hours worth of fishing left, so we'll see what we can produce. I redid the rods. I redid the other rod once the bream, once I'd sorted that bream out, sorry. So obviously I redid the bream rod and then I redid the margin rod as well. So I'm just going to leave them again, and we'll see if something happens through the night. Sorry, through the night, it's first thing in the morning. If something happens in the next couple of hours before I actually pack up and go home. Just packing up now, last knockings. The weather's holding off just about, so that the baby's not absolutely drenched, but it's still damp. So hopefully I can get the stuff packed down before the next round of rain comes in. But yeah, I think it's coming in. Oh, that might just be off the trees. Yeah, nothing really to show for my efforts apart from that bream. But as I said before, it's just all about trying to piece that puzzle together like I did on the back lake. I'm really going to try and dedicate my overnighters to the front lake and just try and figure something out on the spots that are not always taken. So yeah, maybe even just try a controversial spot somewhere and just, you know, pretty much I'll be baiting it every week, once a week, when I actually come fishing. So we'll see what actually happens. That's the gear all loaded up now. As I said, only did the bream during the night, just trying to piece that puzzle together. Hopefully we'll get there soon. So obviously it's only the first session I've done of the year, so fingers crossed for some more time on the bank next week. It's looking like I should be able to get another night in next week. So yeah, see you then.